Hello friends, in this video we are going to see how to tackle few problems related to strings and force equations. So let us see a very standard problem. Okay, so the problem is like this. This angle is alpha, this is an inclined plane. Here we have a pulley attached. This is a block of mass m and this is a block of mass 2m. Fine. Okay, so wait, there is some mistake in this. It's not that simple actually. So here we go. Here there is a pulley. The string is applied, is attached over here. It's a mass of 2m. This is a body of mass m, with this angle being 30 degree. Every surface is frictionless. So suppose this 2m mass is moving down with an acceleration a, then we are required to find a. So let us see how to tackle these types of problems. Keep the board a little bit here. So first let us make the free body diagram of the mass 2m. The mass 2m is something like this. 2m, here 2mg, here it is t. Fine. Now it is moving down with an acceleration a. Again, let us draw the free body diagram of mass capital M, small m. Okay, so it is like this. Here it is the normal reaction, where it is mg cos 30 degree, and here it is mg sin 30 degree. Fine. Now here there is a tension. Now what this value of this tension will be? Now since this pulley is massless, so if this is t and then this is also t, hence this is 2t, because t plus t is equals to 2t. This pulley is massless, so the net force on it should be 0, because force is equals to mass times acceleration and mass is 0, so net force is also equals to 0, hence this will be 2t. So here we go, 2t. So this mass m does not move in the direction perpendicular to the inclined plane, so n equal to mg cos theta. So we write down this over here, n equals to mg cos theta, cos 30 degree. Now let us write the force equations. Now one thing you have to see is that there is a concept of constrained motion over here. If this moves with an acceleration a, then it can be seen that this moves upward with an acceleration a by 2. Why? Because if we move this by a factor of x, if we move this by x meters, then the pulley moves downward by x by 2 meters, and hence the rope moves upstream by x by 2 meters. Fine. That's why the acceleration is a by 2. So now let us write the force equations. So 2mg minus t equal to 2ma, that is equation number 1. Again mg sin 30 is equals to mg by 2, since sin 30 is half. So we can write 2t minus mg by 2 equals to ma by 2. This is equation number 2. Fine. Now we multiply equation number 1 by 2 in order to cancel t. So we get 4 mg minus mg by 2 equal to 4 ma plus ma by 2. Fine. So 4 minus half is 3.5, so 7 by 2 mg equals to 9 by 2 ma. Hence acceleration equals to 7 by 9 g. Fine. Now this is a very standard problem in mechanics, especially in kinematics. So let us see another problem of some different type. So here is another problem. In this problem we have a string and the mass per unit length of the string varies with length. So it is given by lambda x. Mass per unit length is given by lambda x, where lambda is a constant, and the string is hanging over this table, and we are asked to find the maximum value of L such that this entire string remains at rest. Fine. The coefficient of friction is mu. Okay. Now the entire length is given by L0. So how to tackle this problem? Let us see. First we need to do the free body diagram. Now one thing I have forgot to mention is that the friction is present only over here. Okay, it is not present over here. So let's see. Now let us make the free body diagram of a very small body, of a very small portion of the string of length dx. Correct? So let us see. Dx. Fine. So the mass of this small portion is given by this dm dx into dx, okay, which is given by lambda x dx. Now the frictional force of this mass is given by mu dmg, right? So df friction is given by mu lambda g x dx, mu lambda g x dx. Fine. So now what is this length? This length is from x equals to 0 to x equals to L0 minus L. Fine. So let's integrate and find the total frictional force. Fine. So that turns out to be correct. So if you integrate this, you will get the same thing. X square x dx, integration of x dx is x square by 2, and so it is like this. Now how to proceed now? So we need to find the total gravitational force on this part. So what is this part? This part lies from L minus L0, sorry, L0 minus L to L0. Okay, So let us find the net gravitational force acting on it. F gravity is equals to integration of mass is lambda x dx into g. Mg, okay, this is the dm and this is the g, so this entire thing is df, and when we integrate it from L0 minus L to L0, we get this. So it comes out to be lambda g L0 square minus lambda g by 2 L0 square minus L0 minus L whole square. Fine. Okay, so you should view this properly. I hope now it can be seen. Okay, so this is the total gravitational force. Now let us just expand this. Lambda g by 2, this L0 square and L0 square cancels, so we get 2L L0 minus L square. Fine. Now for this to be just in the verge of sliding, these two forces need to be equal. Fine. So what we get is that mu lambda g by 2 L0 minus L whole square is equals to lambda g by 2 2L L0 minus L square. Fine. This 2 cancels, lambda g cancels. So now we get a quadratic equation in terms of L. So let's see what it is. Mu L0 square plus mu L square minus 2 mu L0 L equal to 2L L0 minus L square. So we get mu plus 1 L square minus L 2 mu L0 plus 2L0. So it's going here and plus mu L0 square equals to 0. It goes over here, so mu plus 1 is coming over here, so minus L into 2 mu plus L0 plus 2L0. Fine. And this is equals to mu L0 square. Now if we solve this using Sridharacharya's method, we will get our answer. This is the quadratic equation in terms of L, right? So solve using Sridhar Acharya's method. And take the positive root. Don't forget this, don't take the negative root because this length cannot be negative. Fine. So that's it for this problem. So guys, 2 problems for today. In the next day we will see some more problems and how to tackle quite complicated situations in physics. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye.